Hello and welcome to another episode of 5 Minutes with Freed. I'm your host, Michael Freed. I'm a litigation partner in the matrimonial and family law firm of Berkman, Botker, Newman, and Shine, with offices in New York City, Westchester, and now Long Island. Today, my special guest is Mark Balog CPA of Balog and Associates CPAs PLLC. So Mark, welcome to 5 Minutes with Freed.
Michael, again, I want to thank you for inviting me as a guest. Greatly appreciated.
So, Mark, tell us a little bit about what you do at Balog and Associates CPAs PLLC.
Well, that's a great question, Mike. My firm specializes in two different areas. One, I'm a matrimonial accountant and a certified divorce financial analyst. I guide people through every step of the financial portion of their divorce. Two, I'm one of a few CPAs that has a specialty in the dental field. I work with dentists from the moment they get out of dental school to buying and selling their practices.
So, Mark, you know that I'm a matrimonial and family law attorney. When would my clients most often require your services?
Really, the ideal time is at the beginning or the very beginning of the process. And what I mean by that is they should come to my office before they retain a lawyer or any other professional. Okay? And the question's why? A divorce consists of two things: custody and money. By the time a client hires you, Michael, for example, they should be able to answer questions about their finances. They need to have a handle on what their assets are, if there are any debts, liabilities, the status of the marital residence. Is there a mortgage on the marital residence, or is it paid off or going to be paid off? And what other monies and credit cards they owe, along with their monthly budget, the inflows and outflows.
Sure. So, Mark, what challenges do you find in your area of work?
That's very interesting. Michael, as you and I are professional services providers, I like to say we're in the business of managing client expectations at the end of the day. That's what I say I do first before CPA or CDFA, et cetera, okay? When people are going through a divorce, they have misconceptions about the process, and I'm sure you've seen this quite a bit. In my experience, people are under the impression they're entitled to receive more than what the law requires under state law. Typically, if I'm representing the ex-wife-to-be or the non-money spouse, which typically that's most of the time, is they want to stay in the residence, the primary residence or the principal residence if there's children. So I have to plan for that and see what type of assets are going to keep them as liquid as possible and without having to have tax implications if they're going to need to withdraw money and sell off some stocks, or I like to say dip into the cookie jar, meaning the retirement assets.
So, Mark, what's the best way for a prospective client or other professional like myself to contact you?
Okay, my direct office number is area code 516-472-2631. And I could either also be reached via email. It's Mark, M-A-R-K, at Mark, M-A-R-K, B as in boy, A as in apple, L as in lollipop, O as in orange, G as in George, CPA.com.
Perfect. So, Mark, we've now come to the most important part of the show, and that is the question of the week. So, Mark Balog, this is your question of the week. If you could know the truth behind any one secret or mystery, what would it be?
How people think and why they make the decisions they do when it's not always the best choices for them and their families, because sometimes they respond temporarily to the emotions, okay? I like to say, remember, a very simple rule. This is a business transaction, and you should treat it as such. Take the emotions away or empty your cup and treat it as a business transaction, and you'll be better off or well served.
Okay. Well, Mark, you've said it all. You are helping individuals get through their financial divorce one day at a time, And I want to thank you for being a wonderful guest on 5 Minutes with Freed.
Again, Michael, thank you for having me. And it was terrific. And hopefully, if somebody listens to it, I could help one person at a time. I went through this personal divorce myself, and I understand how the whole process works. And thank you again.